Bonjour à tous et bienvenue dans votre magazine Let's Focus On, celui qui valorise des parcours et des initiatives de personnalités afro-descendantes. Notre invité du jour est originaire d'Haïti. Il a bâti sa carrière aux États-Unis. Considéré comme l'un des pionniers de l'industrie hôtelière, de l'événementiel et de la production, il collabore aujourd'hui avec des grands noms. De passage à Paris, il a accepté de répondre à notre invitation. Sans plus tarder, let's focus on Unik Ernest. C'est parti! Unik, how are you?
I'm good, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. Thank you for your availability and welcome to Let's Focus On, our program dedicated to highlight initiative of Afro-descendant and also to highlight careers. You are today a pioneer in the hotel industry, event and also production. And you are originally from Haiti, living in the US. The purpose is to get your experience as an Afro-descendant living in the US, maybe to talk about the issue of racism, but also to focus on your caritative action. So before going further, we would like to know what took you to America.
What took you to America? Thank you so much. Let me start by saying, thank you for having me. And to those of you watching, I hope you will enjoy this conversation, this interview. What took me to America? I will say, as a young age, I was hoping to go to school in America, and when my visa was about to be expired, and my mom found a way to get us to America to study. And we ended up staying, and it's been, how long it's been now? Since 1990. So it's been a long time.
Yeah.
So it's been some time. So there's not one specific thing, at some point, and then we didn't really plan on just leaving, so it was just, there was a choice. Either we go to the army, army school, in Ecuador,
okay.
or Peru, or go to America to Miami to study, and we choose Miami, and everything has its history. Yes.
Okay. Today, regarding your background, as mentioned at the beginning, could we say that you have lived your American dream?
Yeah, for sure, because what they call American dream is for what, I don't know what is the American dream, to be honest, but I think, the American dream can be the African dream, it can be the French dream, it can be any dream, but America is so good at branding and marketing, so they always find a way to put some spice to how they define success, or how they define somebody that come from point A to point D, or Z.
Yeah.
So I feel yes, you can say I'm part of the American dream, because we came in America with nothing, and we built a lot of things there between me and my brother. His name is Lionel. So we came as a promoter, and from starting promoting parties and nightclubs, we opened our own businesses, like from restaurants to nightlife, and to event production, and to buying a building. So we have done that in a very successful way.
Yeah.
We win some, we lose some. So we can always learn from our mistakes and learn from our losses. But if you look at everything as a whole,
yeah,
it's been a good journey. We wouldn't change it for nothing.
Okay. I have read in an interview that you were telling about an anecdote. You were with your brother in a bar, I think. I remember, yes. And you were telling that someone else laughed to you because of your accent. Clearly, have you faced racism during your?
Of course, racism is something like you feel, in many ways and many shape, So when somebody wants to put you down, they find ways to put you down. But I think sometimes, even I was watching something about Samuel Eto'o in soccer.
Yeah.
Sometimes that give you the drive, and that give you the full to be successful and to be good at what you do. So when I was, as you said, when I came to New York in 1994. As you can see, my accent is still heavy. My accent is still there. So I don't speak English like proper English, as they say. I speak English with an accent, and I don't mind it. I'm trying my best to express myself, and I hope these viewers that's watching right now can understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So those things doesn't really bothers me, to be honest. I think they give me a fuel to go out there and work hard.
Yeah.
And also build my ecosystem and my tribe.
Okay. Could we say that your notoriety helped to erase some of the racism against you?
I would not say that. No notoriety can erase because think about it. How many soccer players that are very successful, they have notoriety, but they still
victim of racism.
They're still victim of racism. So there's no notoriety. It doesn't matter who you are. Racism comes in any shape or form. If you are, Jay-Z or Oprah, and you're not recognized, and you go somewhere with no security, people might probably treat you not the way you would like. So I don't think notoriety will ever erase it. If somebody is racist, he's going to be racist. But of course, not everybody is racist. There's some good people out there. It doesn't matter where they're from, what color what is the tone of their skin. They are human. Human are human.
I would like to focus on your caritative activities because you have done a lot for your country of origin, for Haiti. You are very involved in educational questions and projects, yes. And you have an organization.
Yes.
Could you please explain to us a little bit your action, your different projects in this organization?
So yes, as most people know, I was born and raised in Haiti. I left to America many years ago. And when I came to, when I started getting some name recognition in New York, and I wanted to do something for my country because every year for my birthday, I do a big birthday party.
Okay.
Some time ago. I don't do it now too much, but years ago, I used to always do a party where the party was a purpose, and the purpose was my birthday for a cause.
Okay.
So we raised money, and with that money, we decided to build a school. And that school we started with I would say 60 something children, almost 70 children. And some of them, we took them since they were 4 or 5 years old. Now some of them are 18 years old. So I think, if I wanted to change my country trajectory, and it has to be to education. So you have to at least give them the tools and give them the opportunity to to get educated, to be critical thinkers.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it cannot be just somebody tell you something and you believe it. And that's why if you look at politics, people always believe the discourse, the speech of people telling you, I'm going to change your life, I'm going to change your life. And you look at your life 20 years from now, 30 years from now, your life never changed because you cannot see to the nonsense because you're not educated. That's my idea of education. That's the reason we did. It's not just me, it was a group of people, including my childhood friend Michael, we did this organization.
Where is the headquarters of this organization?
In New York.
In New York, okay.
In the States, in New York, and so pretty much that's where we based, but our work is in Haiti.
Yeah.
And right now, I'm spending time in Africa. I'm trying to do the same thing in Africa because it's the same model. People in Africa are not educated, and it's the same thing. People are using their illiteracy to manipulate them.
Okay. You have also done a collaboration with Djimon Hounsou. Yes. Regarding also his own organization, and how this collab was born with Djimon Hounsou.
Because Djimon is a friend for a long time. Of course, he's from Benin, and most people that knows the history of Haiti and Benin, most Haitians are descended of Benin.
Benin, okay.
Yes, most Haitians. I will not say all of them because they took a lot of Haitians or Africans. They took a lot of Africans, put them on the boat, took them to the Caribbean, and most of them came from that region, that area. Used to be called the Dahomey Kingdom.
Yeah.
Djimon has been a good friend because he loves Haiti. He loves Haiti, and he loves what we mean to Benin. And I was doing my own thing with Africa. He was doing his own thing with Africa. And I say, why don't we just work together? So I helped him set up his foundation, the Djimon Hounsou Foundation.
Yeah.
That's really helping bridging the gap between the African diaspora
and the continent
and Africa, the continent. And I'm a board member, and I'm trying to be supportive and try to be helpful because we don't have to have our own foundation to be helpful.
Yeah. So you are talking about African diaspora, and it leads me to the question of knowing what is your relationship with the African diaspora you are talking about.
I have a good relationship with Africa because they're all my brothers and sisters, and I think many of us that is in England, France, or other European countries, or America, has a lot we can bring to the continent. So I think for me, my relationship with, I always like to meet them, I always like to talk to them, I always like to exchange with them because we all come from different backgrounds, but we all all have one passion, and the passion is to the continent. How can we be a value added for Africa? So my relationship with them is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we exchange, we discuss, and we strategize.
Okay. And you were present during the first edition of Bolofara a few days ago. What do you think about this kind of initiative, and what is your vision? What can you say to us as regard to this event also?
Believe it or not, I came to Paris because of this event.
Yeah.
Because when I heard the subject of the event, and I think I should be here. And then I met Andrea very briefly over the phone, and I think I can be helpful because why she's doing something that I'm doing too, and we cannot collaborate. So I decided to come to Paris at last minute, and it happened to be Fashion Week, and it happened to be so many people from all over the world that I know in town. So it was very, that's why I'm so tired too, because I've been juggling meetings after meetings and meeting different people. I think it was a good event because it only takes I think less than 3 weeks or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And it was a good turnout. It was a great crowd, and it was like, a lot of things that I've learned. It was great messaging. So it was an overall good event. So it was, I was very happy to be there and then to educate myself and to learn.
Okay. So which message today you could give to the African diaspora, and in particular the youth, who is the future of the Africa of tomorrow?
My message is very simple. Educate yourself. Educate yourself as much as you can in the continent, in Africa, not just one country, but the whole continent. Why it is where it is today, and how can you help make some of the people that's back there better? Because we have a lot of work to do as Africans, and we have a lot of work to do as individuals. But I think the youth is very important because today they are really like they have the culture in their hands. Everything that's going on, these guys have it used, with one touch of a button, they have it. So I think they have to be able to use technology for a greater cause, for a greater good, and also they have to use also their influence to drive traffic to the continent. So that's my message, because they're young and they are the one today that are here, that are exposed. Because we talk about African back home, they're not exposed. And when we are lucky enough to be in the West and to be able to travel to see things, and we see what can apply to and one last thing I would like to say that's important. I think the youth need to embrace their culture. This is important because a lot of the time I see Africans, they have a penchant for Western culture, for hip hop, for this, for that. Nothing wrong with hip hop, nothing wrong with that. But you know what? If you look at African culture, it's so strong, it's so good, it's so transcendent. We don't embrace it. We don't push it. We don't embrace it. You know what I'm saying? So I think the youth needs to embrace the culture, the food, the music, the dancing. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's to do with African culture, they need to embrace it, because if we don't do that, it's gonna go away.
Yes, we should be proud of the African culture, but today it seems to change, because we can see that.
Yes, a little bit.
A little bit.
I think I would say a little bit, because I'm in Kenya. I spend a lot of time in Kenya. In Kenya, when you go to most of places, man, they don't even play African music. They don't even play Kenyan music. They play a lot of European, a lot of American music. And don't get me wrong, I love Afrobeat, I love Amapiano from South Africa, but they should be pushing those music more. And even there should be more collaboration between different African countries. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like the same way Diamond Platinum can do a song with Wizkid or Burna Boy or Maluma from Colombia.
Yeah.
They can do songs among themselves.
Which African country is your favorite, if I can say it like that?
I don't have a favorite. Everything have their own. Each African country got their own uniqueness.
Yeah.
Benin, for me, it's creating culture. When you look at culture in Benin, it's amazing. When you look at food, Senegal for me is amazing. Benin is good with food too, but Senegal is good. Senegal is very good. In fact, after this interview, that's what I'm going to get, some Senegalese food. Kenya is good, there's infrastructure, and I have not been everywhere in Africa too. I've been to a few countries, but in the countries, I don't have
a favorite.
I don't have a favorite, but I would say right now Kenya probably might be a favorite because I'm there.
Okay.
I'm there, this past year I spent probably 5 months in Kenya. 5 months in Kenya.
So, Unik, our interview is coming to an end, but before leaving, I have a tradition in this program. I used to ask unusual questions. So, do you agree to answer our unusual questions?
Why not? Let's see if it's okay. If it's personal, I'm not going to answer.
Okay. What's the craziest thing you have ever done?
What is the craziest thing? Oh man, I don't even know. What do you call craziest thing?
I don't know. A craziest thing.
Because I'm crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know what is the craziest thing I've done, to be honest. I don't know. So you have to ask me another question.
Maybe something that we can't imagine you would have done.
You can imagine, I can do anything. When you come from Haiti or you're from Africa, correct me if I'm wrong.
What did you like to do as a child that enraged your parents?
Oh, that's easy. I used to love to leave my house to go listen to music.
Okay.
Everybody's sleeping in my house, my mom, my brothers, everybody's sleeping, and me, I'm out wandering around.
Outside?
On the street.
Okay.
Going to listen to music, going to listen to bands.
Okay. And today, which kind of music can we find in your playlist?
Music, definitely Afrobeats. If you look at my Shazam, it's Afrobeats mostly, and classic music, reggae, most of this music.
Okay. Last question. If you had the power to change something in this world, what would it be?
The power.
Yeah.
The power is to make sure everybody understand the meaning of equality. It doesn't matter if you are black, white,
yeah,
if you are a janitor or you are the president, it's the equality. We talk about equality every day, but we know it's not real.
Yeah.
Because everybody think they're better than each other. You know what I'm saying? You're better than me, I'm better than you, I'm better than him, I'm better than her. No, I think equality means yes, some of us are lucky than others. Some of us have probably a more luckier beginning, but I think everybody should be equal. That's what I would like to change.
Equality between people. Okay.
Equality.
Any projects to reveal to us?
I'm doing a few projects, but
it's confidential at this stage.
I would say that, yeah, because there's some project about sports, about racism, sports, fashion. Some nice projects, and I will announce it. I don't mind to come back to another interview if you will allow me to announce it. But we have two good, interesting projects.
Okay.
That's happening. That's in the works now. That's one I used to.
Okay.
That are in the works, and we should be able to announce them by June.
June? Okay, very soon.
Yeah, in the next 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah, April, May, yeah, in the next
June.
2 months.
Yes.
2.5 months.
Thank you so much, Unik, for your time, for this interview. I was very honored to welcome you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, and to all the viewers, please share it wide and large, because we need to support this wonderful lady.
Thank you.
That's really promoting the continent and promoting some of us that are doing some things to put the motherlands. I don't even call it the motherlands, the mother of all lands, in the pedestal. So thank you for having me, and I'd love to come back.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Merci à vous qui nous suivez, merci à toute mon équipe ainsi qu'à tous mes partenaires. Rendez-vous la semaine prochaine sur votre chaîne Vox Africa.
Vox Africa it is.